Hello my darlings, I hope you're all doing very well. I hope you're sitting comfortably, you have your snacks and your beverages. In today's video I'm going to be covering the story of Christina Stapleton. Christina paid an obscene amount of money for a pretty bad quality tattoo. She has a couple of TikToks documenting the whole thing, a Facebook post as well, talking about what happened to her and the way she was treated by those that were involved. And spoiler alert, it's not nice. I just want to be open and transparent. Because of my last video where I covered a story about someone who lied about how they got their face tattooed, one of the criticisms from that person was the fact that I never spoke to them or what have you, even though they were happy with my video to start off with. But when I found out they lied, they were not happy about it. Anyway, I thought I would do the decent thing within this situation to reach out to Christina and just make sure it was okay that I covered this on YouTube. She is okay with me covering this situation. I didn't ask for any information, and here we are. I'd actually written all my notes before I reached out to Christina. I was actually going to cover this story before the whole lady with the face tattoo drama situation. So I'd already written my notes. So everything that I say in this video is stuff I've come across, and it's all my personal opinion, and it's all my experience with one of the people involved in this. Yes. Oh yes. But how I found out about this was a comment on one of my TikToks. It says, please see Christina's pinned videos. She got a bad tattoo at a Brisbane studio and they've blocked her on everything and are refusing to refund her. It's so wrong what they've done to her. Please take a look at the vids and give her some more exposure. And then Christina replied saying, wild, hey. And then the other person said, hope you don't mind, let me know and I'll delete. It just breaks my heart what you're going through. And then Christina didn't reply or anything like that, so that comment was okay, I guess. Okay, let's get on to Christina's story. In the first TikTok that she uploaded, she talks about the fact that she went to a TikTok famous tattoo studio and she talks about the damage that has been done to her.
I actually can't believe that it's come to me having to make one of these videos, but here I am. So I went to a TikTok famous tattoo studio in Brisbane and they have completely fucked up my arm.
Christina then goes on to talk about the fact that the tattoo artist had blocked her and the owners of the studio had also blocked her.
So not only did the tattoo artist block me, the owner ended up blocking me as well, and they also blocked my best friend, who has never ever been in contact with them ever.
Now I want to stress that Christina did not ever mention who the tattoo artist is in her TikToks, who the studio is, who the owners are, but the internet detectives figured it out pretty quickly. Of course, that always happens when someone doesn't mention names. People can figure it out very quickly. And of course, on her TikTok comments, there is people mentioning who it is and all of that. It didn't come from Christina's mouth. With me mentioning who is involved in this, I don't want anything to fall back on Christina, even though it already has, unfortunately, because of the internet detectives. But I don't want anyone coming for Christina for, you know, at first trying to be, you know, discreet with what she was saying. If there's any backlash, I'm happy to take it. I'm happy to take the load. If people are upset at the fact that this is now public knowledge, even though it already was, I don't care. Blame me. I just blame me. So who or what is the studio in question in the centre of all of this? Well, that would be Lovesick in Brisbane, Australia. And who are the owners? Wow. Oh, bitch. My time has finally come, okay? Like... oh. So, the owners are Daisy and her husband, Andrew. Daisy used to be a YouTube content creator. She, by the looks of things, hopped on over to TikTok to create stuff to do with her tattooing, etc. But on YouTube, she used to talk about tattoos, her life stories, you know, just general story time content when that was pretty popular back in the day. Now, Daisy doesn't like me very much. Why? Well, beats me, honestly. I'm a bloody delight. I'm joking. I'm so joking. I've never spoke about this publicly ever because I like to keep the peace. But today the peace has left me. It's up, it's gone, it's flown out the window. Peace, we do not know her. Now this did happen in 2018. So for me to bring this up now is probably incredibly petty, but I will happily wear that petty crown. The reason why I'm bringing this up is to bring context to everyone of the kind of person that she is, because clearly from when we look at Christina's story, you will know that she has not changed. In comparison to what has happened to Christina, what happened to me is very, 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 very small. But she did alter the way I go about things on social media. I won't lie to you. The things that she had said about me made me very reserved when it comes to interacting with other content creators. That's why you don't see me really collab with anyone or anything, because you'll see. Anyway, so I have a Facebook group for people that watch my videos. It's a very wholesome Facebook group. It is just lovely. It's a lovely environment to be in. But once upon a time, again in 2018, someone had written something about Daisy within my Facebook group. This is so childish, I know. And it was not directed to Daisy as a person. It wasn't really about her. It was about a video. Anyway, she tried to get her members from her Facebook to come into my Facebook group to spy on my Facebook group for her. Yeah. Now, me being me, I don't delete anything. I found all of these screenshots in my Facebook inbox. It's not like I've kept them on my phone for a rainy day to expose someone or to start drama. They were just still there. So yeah, this screenshot that I'm about to show you was sent to me by a member of her group. I had never been a member of her group. So, you know, I didn't join to be nosy and to see what was happening or anything like that. This was just placed in my lap, I guess. So it says, "Hey friendos, if anyone's in the Treacle Tats Facebook group, could you please do me the favour of showing me the comments on the post that has been made about me by someone called Leonie something. I really don't want to join the group to be able to see them. Haha, thank you." Then someone said, "I'll try to join it real quick and I will post screenshots if I manage to find it. Thanks, love." And alright, I get it. Some people do want to see what people are saying about them. You know, it must have been a very slow day in self-absorbed land. But then she goes on a little trip down Insult City with absolutely no need. She said, "Oh damn, that's so fucking stupid. Sorry you got booted for that. Whatever her name is, used to try to suck the farts out of my ass in my comment section until she got subscribers. So I'm not surprised she'd kick you out for that. Thanks though." I don't know what this person said I'd kicked someone out for or whatever, but... And then someone said, "Haha, no need to apologise. It wasn't a very nice group. Oh, Lauren, the girl whose group it is, she seems nice, but then I've heard so many whatever," right? Now this exact comment from Daisy is why I do not make friends with people on social media that often. Because yes, I did interact with her content. It's called being nice, okay? I know that's hard to fathom coming from someone like Daisy, but it's called being nice. And yes, I did end up not commenting on her content so much. And it's not because of how many subscribers I had gained. Again, this was 2018. And in 2018, I think I had roughly around about 20k subscribers, which obviously is still a lot, but in comparison to where I'm at today, it's a bit of a difference, right? But yeah, I didn't stop commenting because I thought I was bigger and better than everybody else. No, I just stopped watching her content because the stuff that she started to say and her attitude was rubbing me the wrong way. And instead of wasting my free time watching someone that I didn't really care for anymore, I just, you know, did the normal thing and just stopped watching. It had nothing to do with the fact that I had more subscribers or whatever she's trying to say here. Like, I just... And yeah, the whole situation did an absolute number on me because again, I thought I was just being nice and supportive because that's what social media is about. You comment on people's content to show support. Maybe I'm in the wrong here. Maybe I'm confused, but from my knowledge, that's what you do. You comment on people's stuff to say, "Hey, I've watched this." Yeah, I now don't really comment on people's, you know, videos or anything, just in case it comes across that I'm kissing someone's ass. And while we're here, I want to be open and transparent about my Facebook group. The majority of the negative feedback we've ever had, and I say we because my Facebook group moderators run that Facebook group and they keep it going, and it wouldn't be the amazing place it is today without them. They are the brains behind all of it, I would say. But yeah, the only sort of negative feedback we've ever had is the fact that it's pretty strict. We have quite a few rules and we stick to those rules, and because of those rules, the Facebook group runs incredibly smoothly. There is hardly ever any arguments or drama, and if there is, we sort it out. I say we, mainly the Facebook moderators, sort it out straight away. I'm sure if you're a member of the Facebook group, you can agree with that, right? And sure, some people don't agree with the fact that there is rules to keep the group running smoothly, and it's not a Facebook group that is like the Wild West, but there are plenty of places on the internet where you can run amok and behave how you want to behave. But in my house, that's just not how it's gonna go. Anyway, I'd like to take this even more petty, because why stop here, right? Like, I'm already in this trench, let's just keep on digging. So with YouTube, you can search people's usernames in the like creator studio section, and I searched Daisy's YouTube name because she still has a YouTube channel up and a couple of videos on it. She said, "Hey, you've left me so many lovely comments on my videos, but my account isn't allowing me to reply to them, and I feel like a dick about it. It won't let me reply to my friend comments either, and we've never been able to work out why. So I wanted to stop and say I'm thoroughly enjoying your videos, your opinions, and your general presence." And I replied saying, "Oh, you're so cute, thank you so much," and right back at you. But apparently I was trying to suck a fart out of her ass. But if I was a problem with my comments, then you would either ignore them, you wouldn't come over to my channel to comment if I was a problem or an issue, or you would just say, "Hey, you're bothering me," right? I don't know. But yeah, this is a good character witness to show that Daisy does very much have a issue of just giving you whiplash. She will just turn on you. There's a couple more also. So 6 years ago, she said, "I only have one tattoo I don't post photos of and won't talk about it in any detail. Haha. I don't even know why I'm so paranoid about it, but I am." And then 5 years ago, she said, "I haven't watched yet, but I'm looking forward to it. Just wanted to say thanks for being the type of YouTuber who actually credits the inspiration/original video. I appreciate it. I'm uploading the second episode of my series right now. Haha. Winky face." And then on that Facebook post where she's asking for people to go spy in my Facebook group or whatever, she said, "Yeah, that's her name. Haha. I think she just desperately wants to be huge on YouTube, which is dope, good on her, but it doesn't mean I want to come along for the ride." The whole, "yeah, if that's her name," is just the biggest mean girl energy. Anyway, like I said, I kept quiet about this. I never spoke about it publicly. I kind of just wanted to put it under the rug. You know, I didn't want to start a war. And the reason why I brought it up now is the fact that I am covering a story about Daisy, and if I was to ignore it or not talk about my experience with Daisy, it'd be a bit like, I don't know, strange, in my opinion. I don't know. So after this whole kerfuffle, I was obviously annoyed. So I made this post on my Facebook group addressing it all. And it also gives you more context into what happened. So I said, "All right, tater tots. So there was a post here yesterday talking about another YouTuber, Daisy Foxglove, saying how she mistakenly thought someone submitted a tattoo that wasn't theirs to a post for a reaction video." Yeah, that was it. That's what sparked this. Okay. That's all it was. That's all it was. This to me was fine. The girl, not using names or dragging people into it, no hard feelings to the original poster. Needed advice or just to vent. To me, that's fine. That's what this group is for. Then someone from this group, not sure who, told Daisy, to which she made a post about it in her Facebook group, and someone from her group tried to join, which I accepted, not knowing she then must have taken a screenshot, and then a whole bitch fest went on a post Daisy created about the matter. I'm so mad for many reasons. I'm mad at myself for letting that person in and possibly jeopardizing your trust and privacy, because that is very important to me. People post very personal things in my Facebook group. I'm mad that people can't mind their business, and I'm mad at whoever here informed another group of what goes on here. This group is closed for a reason. People post private personal stuff that they wouldn't tell their own best friend or family. Now, I know the post in question isn't that personal or private, but still, it's not fair at all. Have some dang respect. I left high school 12 years ago, and with it, I hoped I left high school behaviour. If you have a problem with me or the group, leave. If you think we are all elitist and stuck up, leave. That is one of the criticisms. The fact that we take, you know, rules and all of that seriously or whatever. I don't. Anyway, I was sent screenshots of the post that was in her group a couple of times, and some of the comments, the person who got the screenshots and posted it to Daisy's comment in her group is gone. I remember accepting her, but she wasn't here when I checked a moment ago. I accepted her because I thought she was a viewer of mine type thing. I've removed one person that were commented on the post because of the bitchiness, but I have no way to guarantee that all the snakes are gone. I want to be open and transparent with you guys so that you are aware. I want this to be a chill AF place with as little to no drama. I can't stand that BS, even though I'm sitting here dragging up the drama, but hey. So 3 new rules from now. What is posted here stays here. Don't talk about other YouTubers in a negative way. If you use screenshots from other places, please black out names, usernames, unless it's Instagram and you're posting a bomb-ass tattoo photo, want to praise an artist. Think we should start respecting other people's privacy. Which these 3 rules are still in place today. I have no issues at all if you want to be part of this group and her group. I'm not here to cast a divide war between the both of us. We're 2 separate people. Just keep it that way. 2 separate groups. What's posted here stays here. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Sorry for bad spelling grammar. I'm a sleepyhead. I must have been writing this when I woke up or something. So that was that whole situation and my history with Daisy. Again, I have mentioned this because it would be weird if I hadn't, I guess. I have a feeling Daisy will end up coming across this video or seeing this video and she'll be like, wait, this one is talking about me. I know of her. She knows of me. Do you know what I mean? Like, whatever. Anyway, moving on. Anyway, long story short, Daisy likes to turn on you should you wrong her. Anyway, Daisy seemingly moved on from YouTube and went on to do cosmetic tattooing and then opened up her own studio, which again is Lovesick in Brisbane. Lovesick is promoted as one of those inclusive, safe space tattoo studios, which is great, and we definitely need more of them, only if it's genuine though. On their website it says Lovesick Tattoo Studio is devoted to providing a safe, inclusive and comfortable space for all guests. This includes but is not limited to all genders, sexualities, religions, races. We are proud to uphold a zero tolerance policy for hate speech or hateful behaviour towards any community or their members. You must remember and respect this when visiting the studio. Hate speech, slurs or bigoted comments towards any marginalised group will result in your booking being terminated immediately, and this will incur the full price of your appointment. But well, Daisy, is this you, hun? Anyway, moving on. The tattoo artist in question is Sammy. Daisy, Andrew and Sammy are the key people in this story. Let's go back to Christina's story. She goes on to tell us how much she has spent on the tattoo in question and shows us pictures of it. Just get ready. Okay, mentally prepare yourself.
I cannot express enough how stressed out about the situation I am. Like, I have paid $2,200 for a tattoo on my arm that looks like fucking shit. $2,200. $2,200. Like, that's not a snake's tail, for one. And, like, it goes thin, thick, thin. Like, these lines, like, behind... Oh, I need to move. So this line here and then this line here don't line up properly. Those lines, I'm sorry, but they're fucked. Like, absolutely not. And then this line on the edge of the snake, so here, like... like... No.
$2,200. 2,200 Australian dollars for that. Who gave this artist the audacity to be charging 2,200 Australian dollars for that? In pound sterling, which is my currency, England currency, and Wales, I think, and that is £1,278. £1,278 for that. Yes, I'm not joking. And in American dollars, it's £1,478 for that quality. In my opinion, that's very, very steep. that's just me. Like, what in the tattoo gate is happening here? I would be absolutely livid if I had spent that much money on that kind of quality tattoo. For my Blast Over Blackout sleeve, okay, it did take a few sessions, but it was £500 per session, and the quality is 10 times better than that, okay? Like, this has to be a joke. Like, the audacity to charge premium prices when you can't even tattoo a straight, smooth line. I just don't understand the guts to do something like that. Like, what? Christina has every right to be mad in this situation. Christina then went on to talk about how she addressed her concerns with the tattoo artist, Sammy.
So the tattoo artist, after like bringing up my concerns to her, has pretty much said that it's my fault because I don't trust the artist and I don't trust her enough to finish the tattoo, and she's pretty much refusing to fix it or give me even a refund or anything.
Woo! Victim blaming. We love to see it, don't we? Any kind and caring tattoo artist would be mortified. Absolutely embarrassed and ashamed that someone wasn't happy with what they had done, and they would try their utmost best to rectify it in any way they most possibly can, and they would be so incredibly apologetic. Like, you are scarring people for life. Have some empathy and respect for your clients. Moving on to another TikTok that Christina had uploaded. In this part, she documents how she addressed the whole situation with the tattoo artist.
I'll post photos of the entire conversation between me and the tattoo artist. Someone please comment if I was being like abusive or whatever, because I swear to God, this is stressing me out. I don't see where I was abusive at all. Like, I personally think I was being quite kind considering the state of my fucking arm. So this is my first message to the tattoo artist. Pause, go read it.
First of all, I can tell she's highly stressed and anxious about the whole thing. This isn't some kind of petty, hey, look at me, I want attention, I want to start drama type trope that you would sometimes see on TikTok. This is pure helplessness. Again, this kind of reminds me of Tattoogate, where someone is helpless, they don't know what to do, so they come to TikTok and be like, hey, like, I'm in this situation, what can I do? And the thing is, even if Christina was rude in the situation, in my opinion, she has every right to be rude. Because she paid so much money for not even a straight line. There was nothing. And this isn't like going to Starbucks where a barista gets your order wrong and you're incredibly rude and it's never warranted, because, you know, people have bad days, right? Humans make mistakes. But this is about a tattoo where a tattoo artist is scarring someone for life. And sure, again, with tattoos, some mistakes do happen, but the whole tattoo is inconsistent and the quality is not right. It's not like one shaky line, because I'm sure, even with me, even with the majority of you, I'm sure some of your amazing tattoos do have the odd wobbly line. Again, they're done by humans. That's gonna happen. But the whole thing. So I've screenshot the TikTok where Christina shows the messages so we can read them and look at them. So this message says, I have a few concerns about my tattoo. I've been to 3 other artists who have all passed comments on how bad the tattoo is in some parts. That's being nice. I was quoted a price for a tattoo expecting it to be as great of quality as the tattoo shown on your page. And now that I've let it heal and had a proper look, I've noticed the lines are pretty dodgy. This tattoo has already cost me 2,200 Australian dollars, and if we go on the same amount of colour in each session from the last, it would equate to 5 to 6 more sessions, making it nearly a $10,000 tattoo, which is not what you had quoted in the beginning. I feel really embarrassed to show people it, as you can clearly see the uneven wobbly lines. Like, imagine having a tattoo that you're embarrassed to show people. I can't even. The whole reason I went with you and with Lovesick was because of your portfolio, and mine doesn't come close to representing the great work that you've done in the past. So I'm now hoping you can advise me on what the steps from here will be. Please see attached photos. So to me, that message seems incredibly fair, polite, and not rude at all. It addresses the concern. There's no hatefulness there. There's no name calling. And I know if I was a tattoo artist and I got a message like that, I'd be, like I was said, mortified. I would be so heartbroken that someone was embarrassed of my work, and I would do anything in my power to rectify it and make sure that this client is okay. Maybe it's because I'm too nice. Maybe that's not the normal reaction, but I would hope the majority of tattoo artists would have at least a little bit of empathy towards the whole thing. Anyway, Christina then goes on to show more messages.
And this was her response. So you can see we'll sort and work the best solution for you, for me.
These messages say, hey lovely, I'm currently on a plane to Perth. I will reply back tomorrow when I'm not half dead so I can give you my full focus. I do want to say thank you for reaching out and we will work out the best solution for you, which, okay, nice response. And then Christina said, yeah, I literally just seen your story. Sorry to both. I think it's meant to be sorry to bother you on holiday. Oh my God. And then Sammy, the tattoo artist, replies, you're all good. Work never stops, to be honest. Thank you for your patience. Thanks so much for getting in touch. I was wondering when I might hear from you after you didn't attend our last appointment. I can understand your confusion at this stage because covering up such dark black existing tattoos is a marathon, not a sprint. Large scale cover-ups are a matter of trusting the process, and it seems like somewhere along something you've lost trust in me. So far, all is good. It's civil, it's polite. The only thing I do want to call out the fact that the tattoo artist Sammy is kind of talking to Christina like a child, kind of a bit gaslighty, being like, oh, you're just a normal person, you don't know how tattoos work, let me explain it. You know, like the majority of people know how tattoos work, you know? The line work of a tattoo is detrimental to the tattoo. If the line work is completely janky, then the whole tattoo is going to be a hot mess. It's the foundation. If the foundation is crap, it's going to fall apart, just like when you build a house. And I feel like the majority of people would know that, right? And obviously Christina is aware of this, because that's why she's concerned. That's why she's like, hang on a second, the line work is pretty dang bad here. Christina then goes on to show more message screenshots.
Also, she said that she booked me in for a tattoo appointment, but all of her tattoo appointments take deposits, which I never paid, otherwise I would have known about it. Anyways, read it.
No cover-up will look perfect until it's finished, and my style, neo-trad, isn't known for bold lining the way some other styles are. Neo-trad needs colour and shading to make sense as a cohesive piece, and the thin lines in the scales exist to hold colour together rather than stand as their own design element. Oh my god. Unfinished tattoos will always look unfinished, and I would love to work together to complete this piece if you can trust me as your artist. So she was sweet towards the end of that. Again, like I have said, I had a blast over tattoo. The artist that did that started by doing the line work for the flowers. So I have like this flower here. So the line work of this flower was done first. It was placed over an existing tattoo. And of course it was close to a cover up kind of process. And even though the artist that did this knew that she was going to put a ton of black around the, you know, the flowers and do a lot of dot work within the flowers, that didn't mean she was going to do a half-assed job. The flowers still looked freaking amazing as if they were a standalone tattoo. Saying, oh, it's unfinished, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. You need the foundation to look good, whether you're going to add on to it or not. I wasn't aware of an appointment made since our last story, otherwise I would have shown up. But the cover-up isn't the issue. I understand it's a long process and a lot of tattoos to cover, but it's the lines I'm concerned about as seen in the pictures above. There's also a section on the tattoo where the lines don't even match up and the tail of the snake goes from thick to thin to thick again. But the amount that was done on a full day session last time, if that's the amount each session will equate to thousands, which is not what I was originally quoted. And again, in my opinion, Christina is being very polite here. She's being way more restrained than I would if I had someone try and talk down to me. It's clear that Christina has some tattoo knowledge here. Then there is another screenshot. As for the lines, I understand that the colour in counteracts the poor quality lines. However, it doesn't explain the thick, thin, wobbly lines, and yet the flowers appear perfectly balanced. You were booked in for the 26th of April, unless my Timely, which I think is an app that does bookings and what have you, didn't send out a reminder. Could have been a miscommunication. It's okay, it's in the past now. Here, a photo, what I have drawn over, showing you when I put the solid black colour over the scales, those lines will disappear and the shading will hide all those little bumps. With the amount of shading, colour packing makes them disappear, blend in. Yes, I do see your concern about how long it's going to take / cost. I did give you a rough quote, as a large scale piece specifically with heaps of detail can take longer than expected. I'm going as fast as I can without hurting you, etc. The scales is a lot of details. What does take time is the design you did choose. If you trust me to continue with this, I can move on to the flowers, so a large area. So everything is good and calm, right? Then of course there is more screenshots. If you like / trust me to continue this, I can move on to the flowers, blah blah blah. It is up to you if you would like to continue or not. Please let me know what you think and if there's anything I can clarify a bit more on. As for Neotrad, which I've read about, yours does not depict this. Neotrad is bold and thin lines, yes, but more for defining, not outlining, nor are they wobbly. Yes, I lost trust in you as an artist. Then of course, this is where Christina has probably lost a little bit of patience, which I would have too, to be honest with you. I mean, she's been way more patient than I ever could be. Then there is more screenshots. So she said, your pricing has drastically changed. Your outlining is not Neotrad, but thick, thin, deep, light, all in the same stroke. So basically very inconsistent. It took all day to do a relatively small area, which then would work out for many, many more sessions and much more than the original quote. I understand that it takes time, but for a nearly 10k tattoo, I'd expect the quality to be a lot better than it is. Neo-traditional tattoos design feature bold, dark outlines and illustrative looks, not thick, thin, wobbly lines. The lines that are of concern are going to be visible even after it's coloured in, which is true. She's highlighted it right there. Due to the work I have currently and the experience I've had so far, I'm not comfortable continuing. I apologise. The line work is really not what I was expecting, and it's insanely obvious regardless of whatever there's an arrow, I can't read that, might distract from it. I appreciate the work you've done so far. Again, she ended up being a little bit more firmer, I would say, with this, but again, not abusive. She was just addressing her concerns and what she doesn't like about the tattoo. Then of course more screenshots.
Also, she says here that the money that I paid was for her time. Okay, but you've also wasted my time by ruining my fucking arm.
So it's carries on saying the line work is not really what I was expecting, and it's insanely obvious regardless of whatever colouring might distract from it. I appreciate the work you've done so far, however I don't think for the amount I've paid already that it's fair. Considering what I've paid already, I was expecting far more progress. I'm unsatisfied, although I acknowledge we're not done yet. I believe my concerns are justified and not a result of the piece being done yet. I would like to pay what I feel the work is worth, and considering the issues raised, I would appreciate a partial refund. The day of my second appointment, you were late. I understand the amount of work done already, which is why I believe at least a full day's rate should be refunded, so I can seek to fix what's now permanent. The situation is causing me a lot of anxiety and stress, and I'm to be as understanding as possible. Sammy then says, as the money you paid was for the time spent creating the tattoo, I'm unable to issue any refunds, compensation for the days we sat for the tattoo. I am sorry that you can't see my vision for the piece, and I can see that we can't move forward. With me as your artist, I wish you the best for your cover-up journey. I am currently on holidays. I will not be replying back to any more messages until I'm back at work. Which again, it's all been pretty civil. There's not been any mudslinging. There's not been any abusiveness. It's all been structured, and the concerns have been addressed in a very polite, respectful way. More screenshots. We have to be thorough here, okay?
And then finally this one, and then apparently I was being abusive, but Where?
So then Christina says, the money I paid was for the tattoo actually. It doesn't take an artist to see the blowouts and blatantly shaky lines, not once, but for the majority of the tattoo. So again, even Christina's like, you know what, if it was one mistake, it's fine, we're all human, but the fact that it's throughout the whole of the tattoo is the issue. It's obviously just carelessness and I've paid a ridiculous amount for it. You said in your first message, we will sort/work out what the best solution for you, and I'm sorry, but this is not being sorted or worked out at all. Your vision is very obvious and your work ethic blatantly clear. Shame on you. I'm on holidays. I don't appreciate you. Abusive language. Please refrain from contacting me again. Ah! I don't know if my definition of abusive language is skewed. But to me, abusive language is, you know, profanities, hatefulness, being incredibly rude and disrespectful. Again, Christina is just sharing her concerns and it started off polite and she probably has, you know, started to lose the will. And again, do correct me if I'm wrong, but I do not see any abusive language here at all. Where is it? Where? I'm reading again. Your vision is very obvious and your work ethic blatantly clear. Shame on you. Shame on you, maybe? Is that abusive? Shame on you? And again, like, Christina, in my opinion, has every right to be upset, disappointed. You know, she spent a lot of money and didn't get the result that she wanted. And now she has to pay way more money to have it fixed or lasered or what have you. And I don't want to, like, assume Christina's finances or whatever, but she seems kind of young, you know? She probably had to save up for this tattoo, and for it to not go the way she thought it would go, she has every right to be disappointed. Like, all Sammy has to do here is just take accountability, but now she's pointing the "you're being abusive to me" finger. I just don't, like, it just says I give up. It just says I don't want to deal with this anymore. Christina then goes on to talk about the fact that she went to the tattoo studio owners, which of course is Daisy and Andrew, to get a resolution, which wasn't met with a great response.
So after all this and after being blocked, I got into contact with one of the tattoo studio's owners. Mind you, she was absolutely lovely on the phone and very patient. I was like, I couldn't talk properly because I was crying so much. And I was very, very distressed and yeah. Anyways, so she ended up saying, look, I will read the messages when the tattoo artist comes back from a holiday. But if I agree that the tattoo is botched, then I will personally give you a free full day session or whatever. I ended up agreeing with what the owner had said and said, yep, look, I'm happy with that. That'll be great. Cool. I'll wait. About a week-ish goes by and I haven't heard anything. So I sent the owner a message and said, look, like, what's going on? Is she back yet? Did you find a solution? And she ended up replying saying that she was in Melbourne. And I was like, cool, thanks for letting me know sooner instead of just leave me hanging. She ended up saying, do you want me to get the other owner to get in contact with you and go from there? To which I said, no, like, I'll wait till you're back from Melbourne, which was the 17th. And I said, like, I'm happy to wait and stuff. Thanks for letting me know. And then my response, which I said, thanks for letting me know, I'll wait. So even though I specifically said, no, I don't want anyone else to get in contact with me, just her, the other owner got in contact with me anyways. He was the most condescending person I've ever spoken to in my life. Oh my God. So he pretty much said my only option was what the tattoo artist said. He had read through the entire conversation and looked at the photos and said, like, pretty much like, I don't understand, like, tattoos because I'm not an artist. And I said, have you looked at the photos properly? Because you can clearly see where the problems are. And he ended up calling me abusive because I said, have you looked at the photos? He said, I'm not going to go back and forth and take abuse from you like you did with the artist. And I said, abuse? What abuse are you talking about? Like, what? Anyway, so this conversation happened. Anyways, so I we got off the phone and I sent him a message saying, hey, are you able to just email me or text me through like our conversation just so I have it on me? No response at all, which I will put up now. And this was the message to the other owner after the phone call, which no response. So this was my message to the owner. Very polite, very kind. You can see right there that she'd seen it. So not only was I ignored by one owner and spoken to like pure shit, I was also ignored and blocked by the other owner. So pretty much there is no solution to this problem at all. Anywho, I ended up being blocked, which is what all this shit means, by this is the owner, and then also being blocked by the artist herself too. Soleil.
So yeah, of course, this doesn't surprise me at all. I'm aware of Daisy and her husband from the content they used to make on YouTube, which aren't on YouTube anymore, so I can't like clip things to show you. But from watching their content years ago when I used to watch it, the attitude was super condescending at times, and this is why I ended up just stopped watching, because I was just like, you know, I don't come here for this. But their attitude was very much, it's my way or the highway, and if you didn't agree with them, then you got cussed out or blocked. I also want to add in this comment that I've seen. It says, walk into the tattoo shop and don't leave until you have a resolution. And then Christina said, I'm honestly scared Andrew will hurt me after the way he spoke to me over the phone. I don't feel safe around any of them. Like, that is terrifying. There's some comments that I've found across the TikToks that have mentioned all of this. So it's not just one person saying it, aka Christina, or me saying it. There is other people that feel this way. This comment says, Daisy's attitude online is whack. She's such an angry, hurt fembot who can't take criticism. This comment says, I know the owner, I think that's meant to be one of the most insolent, arrogant and obnoxious people I've ever met and done business with. She also cannot draw at all. And then this comment brought a memory back to me, and it is hilarious considering Daisy used to have a bunch of videos heavily criticizing a tattooist for crap tattoo that wasn't nearly as bad. Yes, the mermaid, I remember that. She's terrible. I remember this also. She got a mermaid tattoo that she wasn't happy about, and she did upload. I only remember the one video, but there might have been more, I don't know, but I remember one at least where Daisy was criticizing the fact that she was criticizing the tattoo artist. She didn't like the mermaid tattoo. So yeah, again, that is not available online anymore. From Daisy's past and what she has done in the past, she can't be mad at someone for doing something that she in her past has also done. Now I want to take note that these TikToks were uploaded in July, okay? July, not like last week or anything like that. July. Then once this story had become more known, did Daisy and Andrew do something about it, and they fired Sammy after like a couple of months, as more, I guess, backlash has happened. So they put this on the tattoo studio Instagram. It says, please read, in the light of the situation that has played out this week, this was back in July, not freaking September, honey, like it was July. Anyway, says Sammy will be moving on from Lovesick Studios. If you have been to Lovesick to see any of our artists, you will know that customer experience is our highest priority. We are dedicated to maintaining the environment you have come to expect from us, and we are committed to ensuring that everyone who visits us feels safe and is listened to and has a good time. We appreciate your trust and support, and we hope that you continue to have a great experiences at Lovesick. I have a feeling that this only come about because Christina had wrote on Facebook what had happened to her, and that Facebook post got shared a ton of times and there was a ton of comments on there. So I fully believe that they only took action with firing Sammy because of the increased backlash. All right, they didn't want to sort it out when this come out in July. Okay, no. It was a little bit more easier to manage because it was TikTok. They were just blocking people. But now that it's on Facebook and it's a bit more shareable, and a lot of people do check Facebook reviews when it comes to tattoo studios, and because obviously Christina is local, all of her friends would have seen it and potential clients. Like, it's a bit more intense than, you know, TikTok. With TikTok, it's a bit more worldwide. It wouldn't really affect the business so much. But before all of the major backlash or the local backlash, Daisy did stand by Sammy from this comment. Maybe don't hire girls that have wonky lines and refuse to give refunds back. Daisy: I didn't. I do have an amazing tattooer who's being lied about online though. What with all of these screenshots? Proof? You know, the proof is literally within the tattoo. And then someone says, it ain't lies when it has literal proof of nasty work. It has been shared in large girl groups and your studio is not looking good at all right now. I'd do damage control if I was you. So Daisy firing Sammy ended up being damage control because she was willing to stand by the tattooer. Now, you may or may not be shocked to find out that other people have had similar experiences. There's this comment: I had the same experience last year, made a complaint, was told I could get laser from our new tech, nothing else since. Christina said, no refund, just get laser to remove the shitty job we did, lol. And then another comment says, from which artist? And then the person that had this experience said the same one from these videos. Then there are these comments on Facebook: I have been tattooed by her in the past, and let's say I have an awesome tattoo artist whom can do a cover up. My child draws straighter lines than her. A good artist owns their mistakes. This woman certainly is not a good artist. Another person says, two friends of mine were also tattooed by Sammy. Both of them received poorly executed line work. One of them had the tattoo become infected. Sammy was also openly an anti-vaxxer during COVID on their Instagram and openly did not respect COVID mask regulations. I don't know how true that is. Please take that with a pinch of salt because I don't have any proof of that, you know? And this whole video isn't really about that, but whatever. Anyway, also just remembered Sammy threw up in my boyfriend's apartment and he had to get the carpets professionally cleaned. They owe me for pizza money as well. Anyway, there's this interesting comment here. It says, I've told every single client of mine over the last year not to go there, as in Lovesick tattoo studio. They hired any tattooer at any skill level when they opened and there's no senior artist to teach them. Daisy has been showing horrible work for the last year, and when I've seen her called out on TikTok for crappy work, she argues, gaslights and blocks people. And then there is reviews on Google before all of this happened, of course, and oh god. There's this one from a year ago. I guarantee my review is 100% true and many people around me witnessed what happened. No matter how hard Daisy is trying to deny the facts and pretend nothing happened, I will not delete this review because this is how she was and what she did to my eyes. I'm writing this review to tell my experience. I want to warn as many people as I can because I just had the worst experience with this artist, Daisy. I got an eyeliner tattoo with wings done by Daisy. Before choosing here, I also read good reviews and I really trusted her, but after the procedure, the quality of my eyeliners are abysmal. They look totally different style from the reference picture that I showed to her, and they are at completely different angles and lengths after the swelling went down. I have to leave my work earlier on the second day after 24 hours to get an emergency tattoo removal, which is quite expensive and much more painful than tattooing because I really don't want these ugly eyeliners to stay on my face. The tattoo artist who did the removal for me was trying to fix it. They drew the line where it should be to make them symmetrical. It didn't line up at all. I don't know why my pictures and video details cannot be uploaded. My pictures are after the swelling has gone, show that both eyeliners are completely misaligned, not those pictures that Daisy took straight after tattooing at a very specific angle and are very swollen. I am really disappointed with her, not only because the eyeliners are different, but also because she totally changed her attitude after that, and I was really shocked by this. I asked for a partial refund. She said to me that I will never do refund at any circumstances, even your eyeliners are different. I think that means even if your eyeliners are different. Then I realized that she's just in it for money, because even after the swelling went down and the difference is so obvious, she never admitted that she made this mistake. No responsibility, no refund, and no apology. If she could have had just a little bit better attitude than what she had or had been responsible, I wouldn't even have asked for a partial refund or post review, but she didn't do anything, only denying it and ignoring the facts, which made me very regretful for choosing to go to her. Once she paid, your face is just like drawing board. No quality guarantee at all, no matter how hard she is pretending to be experienced and nice. If you happen to get a good tattoo from her, then it's just blind luck. This whole thing gave me a lot of headache. I wasted my money and little time and do not wish this experience on anyone else. If anyone wants to go ahead with Daisy for cosmetic tattoo, I recommend you not to do so. She is not an experienced or responsible tattoo artist. And then the response is, hello, name. As we both know, this review is false, which of course business owners can just say that. Also, the Panther cosmetic tattoo is what Daisy's business was called before she had the name Lovesick. Office of Fair Trade has now been involved, which kind of deals with complaints and what have you. Daisy had posted up a TikTok discussing this. Someone had screen recorded it and posted it to Christina's Facebook comments. So I've screen recorded that. It's a screen record within a screen record.
Let's read it, shall we? It's from the Office of Fair Trade. It's from the 21st of August. Hi Daisy, I do apologise for missing you on Thursday. I had been on the phone already at the time of your call. We seem to keep missing each other. I appreciate your detailed response to my most recent email and the information you have provided. Thank you for that. I have reached out to Bleep today in regards to the complaint and will follow through with her on this matter as she is the trader who performed the service. So here the person from the Office of Fair Trade is saying that they're going to reach out to the artist directly because once again, I'm not the artist. If you need anything further from me, you're welcome to reach out. Also, as confirmed previously, your response will be kept confidential and not shared with the complainant. Before anyone jumps on that, the complainant in question has allegedly been being completely unhinged towards us for months, and we didn't want any information getting back to the alleged complainant who has been allegedly completely unhinged and telling a bunch of allegedly telling a bunch of batshit insane lies.
A couple of TikToks and a Facebook post is acting unhinged, apparently. Interesting.
Here we are again. This is a different email. This one's not to me or to the studio. This is directly to the artist. You can pause to read it if you want, but look down there. The OFT considers the complaint now closed. If you are unhappy with a business, with a service that has been provided to you, with something that you have purchased, the absolute correct course of action is to contact the Office of Fair Trading. This is what this person did, and good on them. It was the right thing to do from the start, instead of allegedly harassing myself and my artists since the 30th of June, allegedly.
It's honestly so cringy. It's so immature. You are a business owner. This is just embarrassing. Like, how are you not embarrassed to act like this? There's this, and I'm not sure how true it is. I don't have any evidence for this, so again, please take this with a pinch of salt. It says, allegedly, there has been numerous complaints about this owner, as well as Daisy Lovesick mistreating customers. As you can see above, unethical behaviour and lack of responsibility as an owner, as well as sharing ink pots for different clients, which is a huge health and safety hazard. I don't know if that's true. I don't know why someone would make that up, maybe just to pile on, I don't know. But there's this comment also that's actually from a tattoo artist. The name is Alyssa. They said Daisy Lovesick is a shitbag. And then someone else said both her and her husband neither did anything remotely close to an apprenticeship, which this isn't the first time I've seen this comment or someone saying something like this. And then the tattoo artist says it's utterly disgusting. They have no respect for the industry. They just want the title and the money. It's just a bit of a hot mess, really, isn't it? Like... Christ. Anyway, Daisy has since deleted her TikTok because, again, she was getting backlash for the way she has handled the whole situation. She's also limited her comments on Instagram, basically just running away from the whole situation instead of just taking accountability and saying, yes, this whole thing is fucked up. This is what we're going to do about it. You know, but of course, taking accountability would just be far too easy. Sadly, though, now legal action seems to be happening between Daisy, Sammy, and Christina.
Okay, so it's been a hot minute, and I'm so sorry I haven't replied to anyone. But there's things going on now that I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say. But kind of, it's been, like, just completely, like, just escalated so far. Still have the tattoo, still don't have a refund. yeah, it's so crazy. This whole thing's so crazy. But I'm thinking now, I don't know, I've been told by a few people to maybe look at making a GoFundMe for like lawyer fees and laser. Because yeah, I think those are going to be my only options now, seeing as like everyone involved is just like blocking me and ignoring me, or getting fucking lawyers involved rather than just refund me, which is completely bizarre.
These are business owners or self-employed people in the tattoo industry, and while yes, tattoo artists and tattoo studio owners don't make millions, they can make quite a decent amount of money, okay? Especially Daisy, who runs a tattoo studio. If she runs her studio the traditional way, the artists that work in the studio will give her a percentage for working there. That's how it normally works. So she'll be getting an income from all of these tattoo artists working at her studio, and then anything she makes from tattooing herself and then her husband and what have you. And yeah, you know, I don't want to assume someone's finances, but when you run a tattoo studio, you're not exactly hard up for money sometimes, depending on how busy you are. I mean, the tattoo studio seems very popular. It doesn't look like it's struggling for clients at all, so do the math there. It just seems like taking legal action when there is proof here, you know. We've seen a lot of proof of what has happened. It just seems like a bullying tactic to me to take legal action against Christina and a way to get her to shut up. Christina does now have a GoFundMe, which I will leave linked down below should you want to help, and also any relative links. I myself have also donated, of course, because I'm covering this. I want to at least give back in some way. I'm sure any amount would help Christina deal with this. I just don't like the bullying side of all of this, to be honest with you. I truly hope that everything works out in Christina's favour and that she ends up with a resolution and the tattoo gets fixed for her, because I just can't imagine walking around with a tattoo that you're not happy with. You know, you trusted this artist because their portfolio made it look like their work was amazing, and you end up with a terrible quality tattoo, but you paid premium prices for it. No, all she wanted was a resolution to her problem. She went to the tattoo artist, was respectful, and just wanted, you know, some help with it all. But it's turned into this big ball of mess. Anyway, that's all the information I have now. I'm filming this on Monday the 18th of September. Should anything happen or any major changes or anything, I'll keep you updated. Go and show Christina some love and support. She really needs it right now. Anyway, thank you for being here and hanging out with me today. I hope you all have a splendid evening, afternoon, morning, whatever time it is where you're watching this right now. And until my next video, bye.